What is going on, guys? Today we're going through the best and worst tattoo TikToks I could find. Let's jump into it. And let's start off with this one. Okay, so we got some scratchy lines, something. Okay, it looks like it was drawn on. I don't really know what I'm looking at. The tattoo obviously looks bad. There's nothing about it. The line work looks like crap. The design doesn't make any sense. Obviously, that's fine. What I thought was the most funny thing about this particular video, the fact that they were using a one round liner, but they were also using it at 5.5 volts instead of 4.8 volts. Like we were gonna somehow notice a difference between like the scratchy line of one and the scratchy line between the other. And like this just goes to show you that on TikTok and on Instagram, tattooers have decided to teach other tattooers how to do things. It just blows my mind because I'm like, you're not good at tattooing. You're not teaching anyone anything online in any sort of way. And tattooing is more complicated than like you make it seem by just showing people like what volts and what needles you're using. Tattooing is a very hands-on thing. If you're at home and you're like dicking around with a tattoo machine, go for it. Try not to judge too much about that type of stuff. I think it's bad and dumb and silly, but this type of stuff is certainly not helping you get any better. It just makes me think like, God, tattooers will do anything to get any sort of like views on videos and stuff like that. And I know I'm sitting here on YouTube talking about tattoos, but just if you're at home and you're a young tattooer, try to be a good tattooer first. Do your best to focus on the actual act of tattooing because this other online stuff really doesn't get you any better at all. And if you're, at home dicking around with your own machine, don't look at this type of stuff because it's definitely not gonna help you. But yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know. Fucking goofballs. On to the next. Okay. So I think I will take a leap and say, this looks like great art. If this was on a painting, you'd like it for the most part. Do I like it? The style, the aesthetic, and nothing. But that's not what we're here talking about, guys. We're talking about the actual tattoo and the application of the tattoo. What drives me the most crazy about this is that, people have been doing color portrait shit for the last, 50, 60 years, and it's looked like shit every single time. Every single time, every single generation that tries it, there's nothing new, and it always looks bad over time. Sometimes tattooers like this will do some color portrait thing and then they'll show you like a healed thing and it's like, 1 or 2 years later and it looks fine. But we know that it can look fine up to, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. It's about 15 years. It's about 20 years. Once all this stuff fades, like it will, because like yellows, blues, whites, these like light colors of any sort, they all fade and kind of crumble away. You're gonna be left with a giant mishmashy thing that doesn't have any real structure around it. So like, it just drives me crazy. It drives me crazy that we have to sit here and have the same discussion every time I see something like this because I'm like, do good tattoos that are made to be good tattoos. And when it comes to like color portrait stuff, there are people who do it fundamentally right. I just don't think that this is it. And I think that that big blue blob on the shoulder is gonna crumble away into something gross looking in 20 years. But, hey, what do I know? On to the next. Dude, some party tats.
Nice and healed. Kirk activities.
Kern County activities, dudes. Okay, I love it. I love it. Technically, it's a good tattoo. It's fundamentally put in right. The tattooer knew what they were doing. I love that this guy committed to a goofball tattoo for life, dude. That's not a small tattoo. Like, it's one thing if you get like a dog skateboarding with a fart coming out of its ass as a tattoo and it's like this big. It's another thing to commit an entire back piece to being a goofball clown. And I'm saying goofball clown in the most like loving, respectable way. Like, hey dudes, sometimes people just gotta get fun party tats, and the fact that he did it as an entire back piece blows my mind. Not only is it huge, and not only is it like everyone's gonna laugh at it every single time he takes off his shirt, but this dude had to sit there and get tattooed for hours and hours while he's like, one day someone's gonna laugh at this and it's gonna be great. Like that's such a goofy thing to do forever. I love it. Good for him. And the tattoo looks pretty damn good. I like that big old bold lettering. On to the next.
I know that I'm gonna get so much hate for this video.
Okay, first off, if a tattooer ever says, I'm gonna get so much hate for a video, it's a sign that they're probably not gonna get that much hate. Just to be honest. Like, as someone who's made videos who get hate online, it's not that big of a deal. It drives me crazy when I see people put disclaimers on stuff. Just say the fucking thing you want to say.
But I don't care right now. I gotta get it off my chest. I'm a tattoo artist, and I think that tattoo culture is toxic.
Okay, tattoo culture is toxic. Let's just start with that, with bare bones of what she said. Is tattoo culture toxic? I don't know. Probably. Maybe. Maybe not. But I definitely don't think that like the online sphere is toxic. Because like, I don't know, there's still tons and tons and tons of people doing dumb shit online every single day. So it's not toxic enough to erase some of the dumb ideas. So
Let me explain. Lately, I have been watching a lot of TikToks on tattooing because that's what I do. And there's one type of TikTok in particular that I can't stand, like this trend or whatever, where artists will go through their shop with a little microphone and they'll go and ask questions. Fine, totally innocent, right? But then they'll ask questions like, what's your biggest pet peeve about clients or about tattooing or this or that? And the things that some of these artists say are like really just not fair at all. Like not fair. For example, in one of the videos that I just watched, which is why I'm making this video, they're like, what's your biggest pet peeve? And they're like, when a client asks how much a sleeve costs.
okay, so first off, that's so dramatic and so funny to be like, oh, you know, it's so unfair that they say their opinions on things. I think that's so goofy. I'm gonna leave it there because I don't even think I can handle another moment of that. One, I think that it's important for tattooers to start saying things, and sometimes that's gonna be things that offend clients, and that's okay. Anything that opens up dialogue between tattooer and tattoo client is fucking good. It's good. Even if it's sometimes us as tattooers complaining about clients, that's okay. It's fine. Anything that helps educate each other is a good thing. And so for someone to be like, that's so unfair, is just so fucking boring and so goofballish that it's like, these people aren't saying anything that mean. When I watch those, like, you know, I'm like, yeah, goofy, whatever. But people are watching that out there, and tattoo clients are getting a little bit more informed on what it means to be part of tattoo culture. So like, yeah, you could bitch, you could moan, but like at the end of the day, the results are better than someone just being like, this is what tattooing is culture, God, it's toxic, it's not good. It's like, God, so boring. And any like level of like criticism on anyone in any level is so fucking looked down on. And it's like, dude, why is everything so serious? Why is it like unfair that like a client can't learn something that like makes tattooers crazy? That's it. Like, tattooing's not that fucking serious. It's not. We're here to have fun. And even when people are criticizing people for doing things that are like bad, it's still just a fucking goofball tattoo. No one gives a shit. It's not that important. We're not saving the world here. We love this thing. That's it. It's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Get over it. Tattooing's toxic. I just wanted to take a moment. We just broke 60,000 subscribers. It means the world to me. I can't believe it. We're trying to get to 100,000. And the more people who subscribe to the channel, the better tattoos are out in the world. I appreciate you guys. Goddamn. Talking about how tattooing is not serious. Cause like, how can it be? What the fuck? Tattooing is not serious. And this is just a perfect example of it. You know what first thing that popped into my head is, if you're gonna be in this much pain getting a fucking gnarly face tattoo, as the tattooer, I'm gonna make fun of you a little bit. I am. Like, you're getting a fucking skull face thing, zombification thing, you better sit like a goddamn rock, or else I'm making fun of you. The tattoo looks good. For what it is, obviously I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't like skeleton hands. I definitely don't like skeleton faces. So, you know, I'm not gonna like it, but hey, it looks good. But yeah, that was my first reaction, dude. If you're getting tough guy tats, you better sit tough. And that goes for women too. Don't think I'm saying something about women. No, if you're getting tough girl tats, you better sit tough too. On to the next. Speaking of women.
I have never seen a girl look good with a ton of tattoos. Tattoos are so ugly, nobody wants you to look like a coloring book.
You know, tattooing's not that serious, right? I already addressed it, I already said it. But this one does drive me fucking crazy. When people start like throwing like generalizations around gender based off of their tattoos, I'm like, fuck off, you're fucking. Yeah, Women look good with tattoos, men look good with tattoos, or they don't look good and they don't look good based off of like whatever. Her tattoos look rad. I don't think in any way they're taking away from her appearance. And like the one thing that always drives me fucking crazy is when people like, look, my girls out there, you guys fucking have some fucking weirdos out there, dudes. I'm so sorry. Either people like fetishize women with tattoos or they villainize women with tattoos. It just bums me out. I'm sorry for you guys. And yeah, if you're a dude out there creeping on chicks because she has tattoos, settle down. Settle down, dudes. And if you're a dude who's like fucking putting women down because they have tattoos, fuck off. Yeah. Who gives a shit? On to the next. It breaks my heart, you know, because I'm like, that's such a cool tattoo. And if it stayed like that forever, I'd be like, oh my God, yes, let's do it. But that's obviously not how this tattoo is gonna look. It's gonna look like a fucking pile of shit. Doesn't matter how much beautiful music you put on the background that goes, the tattoo is gonna look like shit. You're trying to pull multiple fine lines down a finger and then bash it in with red. Come on, guys. And I wish the internet and I wish regular clients would be more like honest with the tattooers. Be like, that's not good tattooing. And if clients were more educated, wouldn't fucking get shit like this, because both the client and the tattooer had to make some stupid ass mistakes to try and pull this type of tattooing off on a finger. The part on the hand isn't the worst. Not my favorite, and there's definitely some of the same flaws, but like the hand, dude. The hand finger thing, come on. Tattooing needs to grow the fuck up. Cause like, yeah, that don't look good. And that's not gonna look good. Doesn't, you know, fucking people getting in tat shops that maybe don't belong in tattoo shops. But I don't know, what the fuck do I know? I'm just some guy. Just some guy sitting in a tattoo shop. I'm just a guy with an opinion. On to the next. Okay, $4,000 worth of tattooing. That's American dollars, boys and girls. Well, shit, $4,000. $4,000. Now, I'm gonna take a leap. I'm gonna guess here that tattoo actually wasn't $4,000. And if it was, bro, you got overcharged like a fuck ton. So, I'll tell you guys, recently I've been looking at other tattooers' prices just so I can fucking accurately price tattoos when I go home to the States, because I live in Mexico. Our prices are much different than your guys's in the States. So I do look at other tattooers' prices if they show them so that I get a better idea of what's going on. And this type of pricing I fucking never see. And I definitely don't see it in traditional tattooing. I don't know what these black and gray fools be doing, but like that tattoo is not worth $4,000. And like tattoos cost what they cost. So like whatever someone's willing to pay for a tattoo is what that tattoo is worth. But I'm also like, how the fuck did we get to $4,000 on this tattoo? Great tattoo, totally fine. There's nothing bad about it at all. It's just like $4,000, you know? Like, dude, I don't know. Like, and we see this type of marketing all the time on TikTok or on Instagram where people are like, this is how much this tattoo costs. And sometimes they're joking. So there is a possibility that this guy's like just fucking around, throwing out a crazy price. I don't know, maybe not. Because it seems close enough that it could be. But like, what would you guys at home pay for a tattoo like this? Because like realistically, as a tattooer, anything more than, I don't know, $1,000, $1,200 on this tattoo would be just kind of fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know. On to the next. Now this tattoo, done by J Lobsta. I love it. Probably not $4,000. I can almost guarantee that. But if it was, probably wouldn't pay $4,000 for it. But it's an amazing tattoo. I love it. That was the point of this video, was because I was like, fuck, I like it. I just happened to put it around the one that was around the money. So I don't know, this tattoo is probably reasonably priced and probably does great tattoos for whatever your budget is or whatever. I don't know, who fucking cares? But this tattoo, super cool, super interesting. I fucking always hate stipply tattoos, but that's my personal preference. And honestly, this time I really like it. It just makes perfect sense to me. I like it, it looks cool. I wish that more people had great tattoos like this. Dude, I walk around. I've seen people. I look at tattoos and I'm always like, fuck, tattoos suck. Get a tattoo like this one, J Lobster. On to the next.
Tattoos are exclusively attention seeking.
That is a statement. That is a statement and a half. And I've thought about it. I've thought about this one because I knew I was gonna put it in this video. I cannot fucking disagree with it. I just can't. I know. If you're at home and you're like, Kirk, you're wrong, I promise you, I do not think so. I think tattoos are exclusively attention seeking. Now that might not be the only reason we get tattoos, but It might be the biggest, most common, effective to everyone type of statement on this subject.
There is no reason in the world that a person at the core of it will ever get a tattoo other than they want attention. Just to be super, super clear.
Now, I know that goes against, I can see someone being in the comments right now being like, no, I got this tattoo to remember this beautiful person who passed away or something like that. But you got a tattoo and you put it on your skin forever. So like there is this point where you're like, you want someone to see it somehow. And like maybe even, I just don't think that we can debate that much. I've tried. I know some of you are fucking having a goddamn seizure at home thinking, Kirk, you're fucking wrong. I don't think so. If we just sit and really think about why we do certain things, I think we get tattoos to attract attention from someone, somewhere, somehow.
That attention is always negative, even when the person thinks it's positive.
Now that I will completely disagree with.
For example, a lot of guys will get tattooed because they think women find it attractive. Let me be super clear. Some women find it attractive when men have tattoos. Most of those women are not going to marry that guy.
Okay, he's gonna go off on a rant. I think that there's a lot of reasons why people get tattooed, and for the most part, attention seeking is one of the highest, most gnarly things you could say. Is the most consistent. But there are like a lot of reasons that are just positive inherently in tattooing. So like, first statement, he says, I agree with, can't deny it. Second statement, I can absolutely deny, and I think you see this a lot in the world just in general. Advice for you guys, people will start something as a statement that is true. But then like people will slip in their opinions, and because the first statement is true, people will adopt the second statement and say it's true as too. It's not. That is an opinion that I cannot fucking agree with, and I don't think anyone can really agree with. Tattoos are exclusively negative. Come on, you know, people get religious tattoos. Is that a negative thing? Is there even like an iota of negative attention they're seeking? Like, come on, no, that's fucking stupid. But first statement, cool.
Are tattoos high value? Well,
okay, obviously anyone who says high value can go fuck themselves, more than likely.
it depends. If you have face tattoos, it's a no-go, gentlemen. You're putting a bumper sticker on a Ferrari.
The bumper sticker on a Ferrari. When Kim Kardashian said that statement, it was great. Kim Kardashian, she's probably fine. I don't fucking really care either way. But when I hear jabronis saying that, I'm always like, what the fuck are you talking about? Bros, we're not all Ferraris out here. Okay, some of us are Honda Civics. So put some fucking bumper stickers on them. Fuck it, you guys are jabronis. Don't fucking listen to people who say shit like that. And like I said, tattoos are fun. Just fuck off. Just fuck off a little bit. And like these conversations like high value man, high value this, it's slipping into tattooing. And I'm always like, shut the fuck up. This has nothing to do with tattoos. Don't talk about us. Don't talk about tattooing. You don't fucking know. You're a jabron.
As well, you don't want sticker tattoos all up your legs and up your arms. This makes you look like an elementary school desk. However, if you have a work of art, it's the Sistine Chapel, Greek mythology up your arm, and it is very well done. Look like you actually care about your body. Tell me your thoughts on...
God, the internet. Fucking someone shoot it down, dude. We all need a break from it. These fucking clowns, dude. Yeah, I think you should get good tattoos. I don't think that if you get bad tattoos, you think you're a fucking whatever. I hate it. This one's gonna be worst tattoo advice based off of these two fucks. Okay, so it says turning childhood teddy bears into tattoos. So I think like most of you, you probably knew I was gonna be like, fuck this, but I'm not today. No, I like it. Fuck yeah, cool, go for it. The tattooing is good tattooing. Whether I like it or not doesn't fucking matter. I like what she's doing. I like it. Dude, fuck it. Get your like fucking childhood bear. It's cool. I like this. I believe her name is Elise's Poked Pieces. I bet she's a hand poke artist. You know, people are always like, Kirk, you said you don't like fucking hand poke stuff. I don't. That doesn't mean I can't like stuff that they do. I like that they're around. Fuck it. It's just my personal opinion. I don't know if this girl does fucking hand pokes, but I'm sure she does. And yeah, those tattoos are gonna probably heal up and look very similar to how they look today. So I'm into it. Good tattooing, just in a way that I don't like. On to the next. It says, fuck fine line. Okay, so this guy's going on a competition, probably a fine line competition, and the tattoo just says, fuck fine line. Let's see it. Let's see the reaction they get. Fuck, fine line. Yeah, they think it's funny. They think it's adorable. Good for this guy. Yeah, good for him. He submitted that. I'm sure a lot of people agree. It's goofy, it's fun. You know what pops into my head? Fucking tattoo competitions and conventions are the biggest fucking joke of all time. Yeah, you heard it, you heard it. They're fucking goofy as fuck. And, you know, if a tattooer's like, oh, I won this fucking trophy, I'm always like, bruh. As a tattooer, everyone's got a world famous cousin who's won a bunch of trophies at conventions. That's what every client tells me. They're like, oh yeah, my cousin, he does tattoos, he travels the world. He wins competitions all over the world. And I'm like, dude, tattooing's not fucking baseball, dude. It's not football. Competitions mean zero to the average tattooer. Truthfully, really, honestly. If you are a tattooer and you're like, I gotta win competitions to get my name out there. Fuck no, you don't. That's stupid. Don't do that. Nah, I mean, it's fine. Whatever. I just don't like them. And I just don't like the rating of tattoos in that way. I guess I do sometimes. I just don't right now. So fuck it. I'll see you in a few days. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Hope you had fun. I had fun. You had fun. Let's do this again.